2K Sports welcomes you to the NBA. Kevin Harlan here with Clark Kellogg. Glad to have you on board. You can feel the energy here in the Bradley Center. The Bucks looking to please their fans in this Eastern Conference matchup. And here's a look at the starting lineups presented by T-Mobile. And now, time for the Sprite ice-cold keys to the game. As we take a look at the Knicks, Clark, what should they keep in mind?
Well, Kevin, you want to exploit their weaknesses. That has to be your focus. Dead last in block shots was this team a year ago. They're not looking to block shots. They're looking to pressure the ball on the perimeter and make you shoot over the top. How do you attack it? Get that ball to the rim.
And as you look at Milwaukee, tell me, what's going to be the key taking on this Knicks team?
Well, I think the trick will be containing their offense. One of the top-scoring teams in the league a season ago. They love that high-possession, high-efficiency offense. So you've got to be ready to match their energy and hustle back on defense.
So it's Milwaukee after Tracy McGrady's score. Good on number 2. McGrady with the ball. Picked by Lee to Gallinari. Lee rips it down off the beautiful pass.
It's the little things that can make the difference. A nice pick helped free him up for that dunk.
Here's Bogut. Gets in close. Finishes with the soft touch. McGrady with the ball. McGrady makes it from 18 feet out. And here are the Bucks now. It's a 3-point game. Jennings. No good with the elbow jumper.
Ill-advised shot there. No question about it.
Here's Chandler. Misses the J after setting up that look with the pump fake. And here are the Bucks now. Here's Ridnour, all alone, drops it in.
Even though it was early in the shot clock, that's an opportunity you can't pass up, Kevin.
McGrady with the ball. Gallinari, shot misses. And the Bucks going the other way right now. Here is Mbamute, launches the layup.
Well, he doesn't have the softest touch. And with the D right in his face, that made all the difference.
Rodriguez off the mark with the 3-ball.
Wide open. That's just daring the guy to shoot the long ball. And he couldn't make him pay.
Salmons does not get the go-ahead bucket. Bucks on D. They trail by 1. Here's McGrady. Buries the short-range jumper. He's got 6. The Bucks trail. Here's Ridnour, and the rebound goes to David Lee. And here we go with Tracy McGrady. He's got 6. The dump-off to Gallinari. The Knicks with the slight lead.
Well, Kevin, they played great defense. It's been an absolute clinic at that end of the court. If I had to point out an area for improvement, it would be on the offensive glass. They need somebody to get in there, mix it up, and come away with a few extra possessions.
At the end of 1, and it's close. The score, 8-5. All right, the first quarter had a lot of good action. I think we'll be in for some more here in the second. Cheryl Miller has something for us from a conversation with Scott Skiles. Cheryl?
Hey, Kev, he told me that he feels a faster tempo would benefit his team. He said this team has great speed, and if this turns into a high-paced game, they'll have an advantage. Get ready for a ride, guys.
Looks like we might have a barn burner.
More and more teams are playing up-tempo basketball, and I think it's great for the league. It's a fun and exciting brand of basketball to play and to watch.
McGrady with the ball. The Bucks missing that time.
way to keep the ball moving.
On offense here, the Bucks. 6-point game. Here's Bell. Answers right back with a three of his own.
Tick the tack, Kevin. I love seeing the team give it right back. They answer a three with a three of their own.
McCready with the ball. 6 points for him. House. 5 on the shot clock. Here's McCready. Drops it in on the layup.
No one really contested him at the basket that time, Kevin. He's just too good in there to leave the door open for.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game. The Bucks going with a new group. So it's Milwaukee now, trailing by 5. To Elson, shoots from 12. That's good.
Kicked it to the right guy at the right time. That's a good pass.
The Knicks with the lead. McCready can't get it to go. And the Bucks going the other way right now. Here's Alexander. Doesn't tie it up.
Tough break there, Kev. He found an opening on the floor and got a nice clear look. Just didn't convert.
Now Lee inside. Flushes it with the one-handed jam.
That was absurd. What a jam.
Baseline. And here is Thomas. Working on Lee to Elson. Here's Alexander. And Lee pulls it down.
In the best of circumstances, that's going to be a tough shot for him. And that was not the best of circumstances.
T-Man nets it from the wing. 10 points for him. 3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Thomas. Lee hauls it in off the glass. And here we go with Tracy McGrady. 7-point differential. Here's Walker. Takes it up. Played in softly off the glass.
Here it comes. They're rolling now. Looks like they're starting to break this lead open.
The shot is off.
The Knicks have been red hot offensively.
Yep, we'll see if they can hold this lead. The clock runs out and we're heading to halftime. The score, 19-10. Okay, it's time for our T-Mobile halftime report. Let's have a look at the team stats from the first half. Knicks have been working the ball inside on offense.
Well, that's a good way to start out a game.
Hi, fans, and welcome. They're ready to start the second half of this game, so let's get on with the action. So it's Milwaukee now. 9-point game. Salmons connects from in close. Nice bucket by the 8-year veteran out of Miami. And the Knicks with the ball. Here's Gallinari. Brings it from downtown.
This is called you must extend your defense, especially on the three-point marksman.
Here's Jennings. Answers right back with a three of his own.
Well, the D will live with that. That's really not his range. So even though he bagged the three, I figure they'll still let him shoot those.
McCready with the ball. He's got 10. T-Man. Over Bogut. Shot, no good. And the Bucks going the other way right now. Here's Salmons. Got a piece of it. Bogut down low. Working on Lee. In close. No good from Bogut. And here we go with Tracy McGrady. T-Man. He It's hammered, and he'll head to the line.
Tough interior defense means not allowing easy bounds. Good foul.
He knocks down the first one. Some adjustments for both teams. Gets them both. Now Bell. 1:25 left in the third quarter. Knocked loose. Stolen by the Knicks. Here's Harrington. Buries the triple.
Well, the D was in the area, but when you're guarding a sharpshooter like that, you need to be airtight on him before he catches the ball.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. Some adjustments here for the Knicks. Now Bell. Here's Salmons. The Bucks will hold on to it.
Almost picked it off. Still, nice hustle there to deflect the pass out of bounds.
Here's Salmons. Bogut down low. Working on Lee. Shoots from the post. Foul hard. Take a trip to the line. It's on David Lee. Mark, here's another number 1 overall pick in Andrew Bogut. A guy from Australia, so he didn't grow up in this country. His NBA career has not been as successful as his college career.
Yeah, I agree with you. He played 2 years in college, was dominant his second year at Utah, but then got to the NBA, and I think somewhat a prisoner of where he was drafted. He was the number 1 selection, hasn't posted numbers commensurate with that. But nonetheless, I think he's become very solid as an NBA starting center / power forward.
And here are the Bucks now, following the 3 from Tracy McGrady. Salmons hits the 15-footer. McGrady with the ball. He's got 15. 7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Lee. Bell snatches it inside. Here's Salmons. It's blocked. We're at the end of the third, and it's a double-digit game. The score, 30-18. Tracy McGrady has played well. 15 points and 4 assists.
Absolutely. He's scoring well, and he's doing it with excellent efficiency. That's the key. He's playing within himself and getting good looks.
Fourth quarter about to get started here in what's been an entertaining game. McGrady with the ball. To Chandler. To McGrady. Watches the open J.
The defense read the scouting report, and they're going to sag off of him. He's just not a threat from out there.
Dumps it off. Jennings pockets the 3 ball.
You can see that they're trying to open things up here to get back in the ball game. They still need to work at the defensive end on getting some stops, but offensively, they're on the right track.
And that one's good. McGrady.
Speed is only part of the equation here. He's not blinding quick, but he was determined to take that one to the rim.
So it's Milwaukee. They trail by 11. Here's Jennings on the mark with the runner.
That's the way to manufacture your shot against the taller defender. A solid effort.
Cheryl Miller has something for us from a conversation with Scott Stein. Cheryl?
Thanks, guys. He told his team that he wants them taking more shots from beyond the arc. He said, if you got a good look, fire it up. Don't be tentative. He's giving them the green light, guys.
Thank you, Cheryl. And the Knicks with the ball after the basket by Milwaukee. team in. Lee's got it. The turnaround, Jay. The handoff to Gallinari. Bogus gets the defensive 3-second call. And it's off. McCready with the ball. 17 points in the game. Here's McCready. And hit. And it's Milwaukee the other way.
He's not having much success here in the fourth quarter. He's struggling to hit his shots. He's got to settle down and make sure he takes good shots.
56 seconds left in the fourth. New York on D. They've led by as many as 14 points. Jennings. Rebounded by Tracy McGrady.
If you're going to leave someone open out there, he'd be the guy. He doesn't have the touch from that spot.
Here's McGrady from close range. Graceful finish. He's got 19.
Way to close out an opponent. Kevin, I think we're done here. Kevin, not much they can do right now. Time is not on their side. Contact certainly altered that shot. The official was right on top of it.
Sinks the first one, and that brings them within 8. Gets them both. McCready with the ball. 19 points in the game. Deflects the pass. A steal by the Bucks. No good. The Knicks in Finiston says they outlast the Bucks 34-27. In recognition of his stellar performance, Tracy McGrady is the Jordan Brand player of the game.
Well, Kevin, he scored over half of his team's points. That's all you have to say, really. He had a phenomenal offensive game.
Well, that's it for us. On behalf of Clark Kellogg, Cheryl Miller, and me, Kevin Harlan, thanks for tuning in to NBA Basketball on 2K Sports.